Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today from our friends at Hunkydory Crafts, we have Season's Greetings Perfect Poetry Foiled Paper Pad. You guys, there are tons of little poetry sentiments to be able to put on the inside or the outside of your card. So if you struggle with what to put on the inside of your card, this is for you. And I think it's pretty natural what to do about putting them on the inside of the card, but I wanted to show you lots of ideas about what else you could do with them. So here is my little card made from a 5x7 tent fold card. Open it up. Look at that with your little poetry about a snowman and a little gift card holder. This is our giveaway card for this episode, so if you stick around, you'll learn how one lucky viewer could win this card to keep or share with a friend. So come play with us. All right, so let's take a look. You get these foiled paper pads. There's 48 papers. 12 different poems, 4 of each poem in both gold and in silver. And then there's 96 poems in here. So that's 96, but they are, some of them, of course, they're repeated. So let's take a look. You guys are going to have to pause to read these because I'm not going to read all of these poems. All right, so this is, of course, in the gold. And then I'm just going to flip over. That's the silver, so I'm not going to, there's the silver. Not going to pause on that one. Find a different one. Okay, pause to read. And then here's the silver version. Okay, pause to read. Here's the silver. Here's a gold version of this one. Pause to read. And here's the silver version. Make sure I'm not skipping any. Okay, pause to read. And here is the silver version. And then I think we might, yep, we have one more. Pause to read. Oops, a little blurry. Here we go. And then this is what the silver version looks like right there. Okay, so these were really fun to work with. Let's hop right into this first card. So this is a 5x7 tent fold card. So it has a short fold at the top. I love working with this particular kind of card because having it be a tent fold gives you so many more options. I mean, you can use it, you can fold it in different ways. So I took my scoreboard and I just took my mini scoreboard, opened this up, and the very first thing I did was score it. So if it's 7 inches long, did a little math, we're gonna score that in half, which is at 3.5 inches, so that it just folds like this. Okay, in a sort of an elongated Z fold. And then I took from Christmas Cardinals, there's one of these patterns that has the cutest little snowman. So I just cut him out just to fit in this 3.5 by 5 inch tall panel, decorated it with both blue jewel border dazzle stickers and also the blue snowflakes, which are so pretty. And then the next panel, you guys, I just took some of the background paper from the back of this one with the snow, cut it into the same size panel. This is one of the little cutouts for greetings, and I just glued that on 3 sides for my little card, gift card. And then this one is one of the little card toppers, and I cut it down to fit within that 3.5 by 5 space. And this is one of the borders that comes between those little card toppers. Then I took more of those little snowflake dazzles and put them right there. Of course, using that poem, just trimmed it down, fits so nicely, just glued that in. Yeah. So this was just a really fun and easy one to do, but I think it looks pretty special when you look at it. No one has to know how easy it was. So this is our giveaway card, you guys, and how that works is we like to promote our Paper Wishes YouTube channel. So if you're watching us on our Paper Wishes webisode page, we ask that you hop on over to YouTube or Paper Wishes YouTube channel. We ask you subscribe, like this video, leave a comment. And then after about a week, we'll reply to one of those comments saying, congratulations, YouTube username blank. You got to know your YouTube username. It's the thing that labels your comment when you leave a comment. It's also on your home page for your YouTube channel. Go up and look at the top. And then it's also a good idea to hit the notification bell in the top right-hand corner for Paper Wishes, so that when we're trying to reach you because you want a card, then you'll know that you've won. And then we give you instructions on how to email us and collect your card. We do this every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday videos. So you only have to subscribe to Paper Wishes YouTube channel once, but you do have to watch the videos, like and comment for the other ones. And it'd be great if you would subscribe to our channel. It really helps our small company. Yeah, that would be great. We love giving away a card. I'm going to stay with this paper pack because for the next one, this is a 5 by 6.5 inch card, you guys. And I used another one of those little toppers. This one has, it's sort of a wreath shape, but it's got an arch here and an arch here, and there's a little space going through there. So I cut down one of the poems that just had a nice little short sentiment on it in silver. All right, and then backing up, I did use red non-shed glitter cardstock. We love this stuff. The glitter does not come off. It's great. So I cut that down just a little bit smaller than my card and then glued that down. Then I just cut out the topper and then added a little bit on the top and the bottom silver jewel border dazzle stickers, okay, just for some sparkle. Then glued the topper over the glitter just using Cosmic Shimmer glue. Then my little poem I actually matted using silver, metallic silver cardstock. This comes in a 3-pack or 4-pack anyway. And all of these items are listed down below the video if you're watching us on our Paper Wishes webisode channel. And if you're watching us on YouTube, just click below the video and you'll see a link that'll take you to this webisode page. Then I just glued that right across, making sure it was the same width as this card topper. A little bit of red ribbon there to make a bow, and then you're all done. And of course, you know, you can always put something on the inside, but I wanted to show you how you guys could use these in more ways. All right, so our next one, this one, you guys, is a 6.5 by 5 inch card. And for this one, I cut my paper down first. Usually I glue it to the card first and trim all around the edges. This one I just cut my paper down slightly larger than the card. And I just took my tiny scissors, I'm gonna reach down and grab them, and I just made a little pokey hole right here, and then I just started tearing. And I just tore in this sort of reverse, like, yeah, this like reversed L shape, frankly. And then took a little gold ink and went, just added some to those little torn edges, yes. And then I did tear my little greeting here. It's not a greeting, it's a little piece of poetry, Lene. And I tore that out and I inked those edges gold as well, so that it would just slide right in to that tear. Glued everything down to the card. Then I inked the entire card using the gold. I think you can see the little shimmer on the edges right here. And then some little gold, red jewel border dazzle. Wow. These are jewel dazzle stickers with a little gold edge on them. And I just added those as little berries, and then a little red ribbon for a little accent here. This is a really easy card to put together, but just another way to use those cute little poetry pieces. All right, so finally, let's see this one. It's a 5 by 6.5 inch card. And you guys, this one is using our brand new Forest Magic collection. This is the 6 by 6 version. And I actually just used the blue barnwood side of this, covered my entire card. And then at the top edge, because my card is 6.5 inches and my paper was 6 inches, I had a little space up there. So I actually used the coordinating die cuts that go across the top there. And then I used a cutting die, a rectangle cutting die, to go ahead and cut out my foiled poetry, and then matted that poetry with a little bit of blue glitter cardstock, just leaving a really thin border. And then the coordinating solid cardstock for Forest Magic, I used the scallop that coordinates with the rectangle that I used and just cut out this brown scallop border. Before gluing it to the glitter, I should mention I did a little inking on the edge using some khaki ink and my little applicator tool, and then glued it to the glitter mat and the scallop. And then across the top, it's fantastic. These are just like leaf peel-off stickers, leaf borders, and I really like these with this collection, this forest collection. They're just really different and just add a little bit of glimmer and still have that little forest look. I also, to go with the sentiment here, wishes flying through frosty air, magic sparkles everywhere with twinkling lights and hearts so true. Merry Christmas just for you. I thought I have to add some little Star Dazzle stickers. So I added those in gold. They come in a 2-pack, gold and silver. And then we've got our Forest Magic chipboard. I thought I would do a little demonstration of how I like to color my chipboard. All right, so here's the little fox. We're gonna need him. And here's the little tree. So to color the tree first, I color the entire thing, and then I kind of go heavy on the color on one side. So let's use that khaki ink, which is my favorite color of green. Let me grab my craft mat as well. All right, and then I'm just going to go over the entire thing like that. And then, once I've got it all colored, then I just take and go really heavy on the right side. It's almost just like the shade. The light is hitting it on the left and lightening the tree, and then the dark part of the tree is in the shadow that's on the other side. And you could do it on the left, you could do it on the right. Just be consistent about it. Okay, so that's how I color my tree. And then the little fox is so cute, you guys. For him, I just used roasted pumpkin and a little dauber. And then I just went along the ears first. And then I didn't want to put anything on the inside of the ear because we wanted to leave that part white. I also want to leave under the fox's chin and the chest as white as I can. Sometimes using a dauber, it's just a little tricky and you do get a little bit of like over inking, but that's okay. And we're just going to go right down. And then the fox's tail tip is going to stay white. Like that. And then we've got part of this body right here. We're just going to put a little, and I'm just using the side edge of the dauber here, like that. All right, so when that's done, then I just go down the back a little more heavy. I want to get his face just like that. Okay, that's easy. And then, ooh, just throw that away. And then just on the tip of his nose, a little black ink. So just take a little pen and do the black ink. I like to put on the back so that the eyes aren't just sort of hollow looking. I like to put a little bit of colored cardstock back there, or black cardstock, to fill that in. But then for the flowers, I like to take my tri-blend marker in dull green and just go along the little stems. And because we're using like a dark or medium color of ink, it's just going to go right over those pumpkin colored lines that maybe we over inked a little bit. And then this one is dark red. I'm just going to go right over these little flowers, add a little color there. And so if you're ever intimidated about using these little chipboard pieces, about coloring them. They're really, really easy to use. And then for the center, you just use the darkest color. Just dot that right there. A little bit of a shade. And so that's how I color. Just like that, just using a combination of pens and ink pad. And then I glued and glued and glued these pieces, foam taped this tree because it's a little bit overlapping the other one. And then I added these little red paper flowers with pearls, and I just glued them right here just for extra little bit of color to bring that color down. And that's all there is to it. Okay, you guys, we have a fantastic money saver on this collection. I think you're really going to enjoy that. It's right there on the right-hand side if you're watching us on our Paper Wishes webisode page. All the other items, all the paper packs and everything that I used are listed down below the video, okay? And if you are watching us over on YouTube, all you have to do is look below the video in the description box and you'll see a link. It'll take you to this Paper Wishes webisode page. So definitely check out that money saver, all the other items, and participate in our card giveaway. Thanks for joining me today, you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.